Good afternoon and welcome to the Division 2 South Australian Mixed League Final. My name's Dan Clanton. I'm coming to you from ULTI.TV Central here in sunny and very, very warm South Australia. About 38 degrees today, quite warm. Right now there's a bit of a wind blowing. And this game should be interesting. So that's Drew pulling there for NAU. Puts it up deep and out of bounds. Paul Mills is going to go brick that thing and bring it in the middle. Paul Mills bringing it in the middle of the field. NAU throwing a zone straight off the bat here. Should be interesting. There is a little bit of wind coming from the top left-hand corner of the screen down towards the bottom right-hand corner. Matt Slee with the disc. Dumps immediately to Paul Mills. Generates some movement to James Leck. Jimmy with the disc. Breaks that very loose ball there. Gemma Armand with a nervous throw straight up in the air. Coughs up the disc the first time and NAU get their first turn of the match. Drew walking up to the disc. He's one of the Canadian imports. Diana being the other one. She's the dump right now. Drew gets it Diana to Foley, who shows nice hands. Throws a loopy outside into Marty. Marty throws to space to Danny, who rips down the first score for NAU. There it is, 1-0 to the people in white. So it looks like Drew will be pulling now. We've got the same line on again. No substitutions. On the sideline though, we've got Ash Foley, the newly married Ash Foley. Sarah Fourier, is how you pronounce it, possibly not. And of course, Phil Shields, the Phil Shields, legend of SA Ultimate. Long-time NAU stalwart, and that's a nice pull there from Drew. Stopped by Matt Slew, who runs over it. Paul Mills picking up the disc. Zone it again. Marty Tonkin playing a long way up there on that wing. Plays in a good space though, makes Flinders go backwards. High release to space. Oh, Flinders are coughing up the disc early here. That's two real soft turns. NAU with a chance to break for the second point in a row and go up 2-0 early in this game. Looks like Diana is walking over the disc, going to leave it for Drew. I would assume boyfriend, fiance, maybe married, who knows. Jen makes a move to the open side, and then Diana goes up the line on K-Fez. K-Fez does a great job on defense, shutting that down. Diana works back to space, layout grab for the score. 2-0, as easy as you please, up early in the initial stages. Not even 3.5 minutes gone. Drew looking to be pulling now for NAU. Phil's come on for Olaf Richter. He's taking a sub. Some of the two girls that have jumped on in exchange for Danny and Jen. Flinders playing pretty much savage. The girls are, there's only 3 of them. The boys have only got 1 sub, by the looks of it. So Drew about to be pulling. Goes inside out. Good looking pull, considering he's pretty much into the teeth of the breeze. He's going to go past the brick mark by the looks of it. Matt Slee and Paul Mills struggling to connect early. Zone again by NAU, looking to press the advantage early. Sticking with it until Flinders can prove that they can stop this tactic that they're throwing. K-Fez back to Paul Mills. Mills moves it quickly to Matt Slee. Slee looking like he's taking a handler roll here, and that bounces off the ground. Nice honesty there by Tom Young. Foley picking it up. No movements. Drew gets it on the outside. Throws it over 1, but not 2. And Paul Mills brings it down. Wearing the same wife beater and 3/4 pants that I swear he's been wearing for the past 3 years, maybe longer. Seems to be his uniform. K-Fez back to Matt Slee. Slee to Leck, unloads that real quick forehand in the middle. Great use of the disc there. Oh, Diana whiffs on that block, nearly getting it off K-Fez. Back to Mills. Mills throws over the top to Tom Young. Young just misses K-Fez. Young, of course, has only got 7 fingers, having lost a couple in an accident a couple of years ago. Does a real good job of pulling down the real hard throws, though. Nice throw into space there to Phil, who finds himself unmarked. Throws a bit of a lazy backhand fake. Phil still with the disc. Engaged the dump now. Drew goes the wrong way. Oh, miscommunications early on both sides of the disc here. First it was Flinders, now it's NAU. Maybe a bit of grand final nerves right now. And it looks like Paul Mills is going to come pick it up. Mills for the inside out. The open side to Tom Young. Just too far. Paul Mills overcooking that one a little bit. Did hold up in the breeze, just not enough. And Sneaky Phil with a quick tap in. Mills plays hard on the under on Tonkin, who then clears deep. Sarah Fourier finding a lot of space. Inside out break. Foley gets in front of Young and then throws the around break. Great movement there by the young Foley. Hendrickson is going. Oh, Foley holsters it in exchange to throwing it to Tonkin. Tonkin goes through the contact. I think it's foul call will be justified there. Yeah, the disc will be coming back. That's an uncontested foul. So Tonkin with the disc. Dumps to Foley under heavy pressure there from Kelly Fernandez. And Jimmy just sticks it to Matt Slee. Phil's underneath it. Matt Slee comes from nowhere and drops it. Someone get that boy a pair of gloves or something. Phil, nice pick up there by Ash Foley. Low and away to the left. Tonkin in a mile of space. You can see the heat having an effect right now. They're just struggling to get their legs underneath them. Hendrickson underneath. Drew with the disc. He sticks it to Foley. Foley has no idea where it is. Someone get that map, that boy a GPS or something. He's lost out there on the field. Absolutely lost. Mills going back. Picks it up. And NAU have transitioned back in their zone. They've decided it was long enough to get the transition. Mills goes with the high release. Tonkin in the area. Gets the block over Matt Slee. No call. Tonkin looks back and no call by Matt Slee. Phil Shields with a disc. Foley to the corner. Doesn't get it. Leck with a very tight mark. Phil with the disc. He's stuck with it. He gets it off to Drew. He pumps that forehand a couple of times, then looks for Diana. Just nothing though. Couldn't connect on it. Jimmy in the coffin corner right now. Sticks it. Inside out. I don't think that's going to come back in. Yeah, that slid out of bounds well and truly. Phil says it went back out at around halfway. Flinders go with the forehand force and man defense early. NAU trying for the zone. Tonkin finding a lot of the disc early. It's good to see. Foley makes a bit of a sideways move. Oh, poor Mills with a foot block. He's come to play. So Matt Slee is going to pick this one up. Not really a handler, Matt Slee. More of a D player. He excelled at uni games, playing on some really good receivers. He's got nothing. Finds the dump in Leck. And then Matt Slee just loses Phil. Great move there by the young Slee. Armin on the far sideline there. Gemma gets the backhand off to Jimmy, who gets up well to get that one, and he unloads a hand block. That's 2 for the game, 1 for Paul Mills, 1 for Drew. Shields picks it up, has a look. Goes with the high release. Matt Slee gets the back edge of it, goes up. Hendrickson goes through the mark. Tonkin, it's floating, it's out. Oh, Marty with a great effort there in the corner. Almost brings that one down. NAU back in their zone. We see John Foley in the wall in exchange for Diana being on the wing. I think that's a good call there. Gives a little bit more run and strength into the middle of the wall, whilst allowing the very tall Diana to get herself a block and nearly an assist. Foley goes around the corner to fit. Shields. Reliable hands there. Like clockwork, he's going to bring it in every time. NAU 3-0. So Drew about to pull for NAU. They're up early. They've got 3 breaks in a row now. That last point was a bit messy, a couple of turns there. But it ended up in Phil's hands in the end zone for the NAU score. Flinders, they're under the pressure here. See Sam Armin catching that disc, getting it to the leg. NAU coming with the zone again. Tom Young props and stops inside the wall. Leck goes to the high release. Wearing kind of a hippie hat out there. Don't know what that is. Maybe a fisherman's hat. Matt Slee gets John Foley out of position with a nice inside forehand throw there, or forehand fake. Tom Young. Tom goes back to Leck. Good option, I think. Leck needs to keep it moving here. Gets it to Armin, who looks through the middle. Shanks one to Tom. Bobbles off his chest and goes down. Shields immediately goes quick to Richter. Jen heading to the end zone. Richter throws an ugly outside in that Jen catches anyway. Great option there by the old Ollie. And great hands there by Jen. So Drew, savage at the moment. I think maybe NAU are looking to run him until the game is under control. 4-0 right now, and Flinders, well, they should have called a timeout the last 2 points. They haven't yet. They're electing to run with it. Doug has finally arrived from work. Let's see the big tall fellow and the wife beater out there. Drew, another nice pull, pulling well early. This one will land in. Leck catches on the full, plays quickly to Doug. Green goes out to Matt Slee. Slee's been handling and he throws it to no one. Jimmy Leck, not bid. Soft was called from the peanut stance. He better turn that on for Super League. No letting it fall to the ground on your teammates. Got to go pick that up. Looks like Ollie will come to the disc right now. NAU have a glut of good throwers. Ollie goes with the inside out under Doug. Jam arm and pushes hard, but can't stop the inevitable score. NAU, the juggernaut, is rolling right now, 5-0. Looks like Olaf is going to have a pull. And Drew so far. If he's smart, he'll go outside in. The breeze is just perfectly positioned for a big outside in pull. Make it real hard to catch. See what he goes with. It's a flat pull. It barely reaches the end zone. Probably should have left it in Drew's hands there. Doug goes to Slee. NAU back in their zone. Jen's playing a long way up. There's a big gap in the middle there to Jimmy. Matt sitting on it. He needs to move it quickly. Throws a fake. Gets it off to Doug. Doug swings to out there to Leck. Matt's Lee in a lot of space. Jimmy sees it and gets it to him. He pumps the backhand fake and then gets it back to Leck. Flinders need to recognise how loose this zone is right now and just isolate that throw right there. Slee with the disc. He needs to move it back. He's holding on for it too long here. The defense is now set and he's got a tougher throw. Patience required. Throw into the middle there to K Fez, who's in a great spot. Gets it off to the boyfriend Doug. Oh, actually the fiance now. They're engaged. It's all over, people. They're engaged. It was on Facebook, so it's official. Leck just throws it straight into Jen there. Great block there by Jen. Drew picks it up, goes quick to Ollie. NAU looking to punch it in. Paul Mills is just walking out there though. He needs to find something right now because John Foley and Drew, they need a disc for them and then a disc for everyone else. And there's a disc for Diana in the end zone, 6-0. So it turns out Doug and Kelly aren't actually engaged. But they should be. Doug, get a move on, dude. What are you doing? Fine women like that don't come along every dynasty. There's a nice pull from Drew. It's going to fly. That's a long time in the air. Doug underneath it. Looks off Jimmy. Gets it out to this sideline. That's actually Tom with the disc. Goes through the middle. Oh, just dies in the air there. That's the old dipper pass. That far edge was pointing down. The wind just pushed it in the ground. Ash Foley taking a shot deep. Blades over and falls to the ground in vacant space. Leck goes deep. A bit of positional play right now because there was nobody within 20 metres of that. So Jimmy calling for the defensive adjustment. Looks like they're going to go with man. The Drew bringing it up for NAU. Doug on the mark. Drew's pretty much run this offense right now. And he'll probably be looking to do it more. Marty Tonkin and John Foley, however, been combining well. That time, not so much. Jimmy picks it up. Looks like John Foley's a bit lost out there again. And Jimmy going for Sam in the back of the end zone. And that just actually interferes with the other game because we've had to fit this one in. Turnover. We're going back for it for NAU. The Drew bringing it up for NAU. Turned it last time. Phil Shields in the massive amount of breakside space. Not sure what he's doing though. Wind kind of precludes that throw. Danny with a cold drop straight off the chest. Jimmy going to pick it up for Flinders. Turns have really started to pick up now. It is still really warm out here. I'd say it's 34 still. With a decent breeze, so it takes it out of you out there. And Jimmy picking it up. Doug's the dump. Drew, however, is just playing in a mile of space, looking to get in the way. Doug gets it. Takes the shot to Sam. Sam looks off the jammer cut. Goes back to Doug. Doug goes to space. Great spot there. And a great throw there by Doug. Great job. Flinders are on the board at 6-1 now. Jimmy about to pull for Flinders after their first goal via a honey pass. Doug Green to Kelly Fernandez. And that pull, ooh, just blades over there and goes a bit backwards. Phil Shields picking it up. We see Matt Lee has transitioned on to John Foley right now, and this could be a good matchup right now. Phil goes around the corner. Tonkin just runs past Jimmy. And doesn't look like there's a call. No call. So Marty in the action early. And great spirit. Doug picks it up. Matt Lee just kind of moving into a dump. Oh, and then he's gone deep. He sent Foley the wrong way. Gets it to Karina. Karina looks for a dump immediately. Nothing coming from Jimmy. Jimmy's kind of in the wrong area. Karina looks off. Doug's drops it. Oh, no. Karina was just in all kinds of trouble there. Phil Shields picks it up. Shields looking for Tonkin. He sticks it. He held onto that for a very long time. Tonkin goes up with a typical basketballer's rebound. Finds Danny in the end zone. 7-1. NAU just looking comprehensive early. They're pulling it down, and Flinders are just giving it up way too easily. So Olaf about to be pulling. He's still got it up in the air. Long time between points at the moment. We're 27 minutes in, 8 points down. I don't think either team is objecting too much to 2 or 3 minutes between points at the moment. That's a real short pull by Ollie there. Hendrickson off to the sideline now. After playing the first, half dozen or so points. Savage, he's now off. Mills, speaking of people that have been off, Mills has struggled early. Looks like the heat has really affected him. And Phil Shields with a bit of a bid. Leck just ends up with it, hands a steal there. Oh, and the dipper. It's going to be difficult throwing in that direction right there. Matt Lee gets it on quick. The throw goes up. Sarah, with great awareness there, drops it to start with and then catches it anyway. Shields, back up to Sarah Fourier. Oh, with a whippy forehand out to Jen, who's right on the edge there. Great awareness to keep her feet in. Phil Shields goes sideways. Nice catch there by Filthy Phil. The Wombat goes with the double move, pumps it inside. Paul Mills puts enough on to get the block. Tonkin can't bring it in. Leck goes quick to Mills. Mills goes into the middle. Great shot. He's just thrown it too low. Great option there by Paul Mills though. Saw the space, made the throw, just couldn't complete it. Foley picks it up. That's the female married kind. Olaf into the Wombat. Wombat engaging Olaf there, and Olaf sends him the other way. There's a bit of a honey pass. Foley into the end zone, and Paul Mills comes up with his second block of the point, his third of the game. For all Paul Mills' downside, he does get a lot of good blocks, and there's another one. Leck, seen a lot of the disc early. He's been under the pump. He's been doing what he can, though. Nice tight wall there. Leck just breaks it with a nice looking high release. Tom Young moves into a great space, and again Paul Mills finds it and throws it to him. Leck to Slee. Slee with good quick movement there to Mills. Arman kind of attracts Olaf there for a moment. Leck to Tom Young, who's playing in a mile of space. A throw out in the front of Karina. Can't get there. And just the unclinical Flinders offense right now is just, it's handing this game to NAU. And it's 7-1 up. And Flinders are in trouble of being blown out. A throw to Foley, who manages to get it. He pumps the big backhand, goes to the wifey. Wifey with the disc. Dumps it now to Olaf, who can't get there. Phil bids, can't get there. No one can get there, and Marty looks like he's just about dead on the other side there. Slow turn. Matt Slee calls the timeout. Good call there by the young man Slee. That's the best call I've seen all game. So just coming back in from the timeout. It's been a really long timeout, about 4 minutes now, and still counting. A couple of old stalwarts out there on NAU, so they're just sending Paul back to where he was. So that was after Ollie reorganised the defence. Phil Shields picking it in, and Flinders real deep on this stack right now. A lot of space at the front of the stack. Slee immediately engaged the dump, looks off the dump. Foley working hard. Nice catch there by Mills at full stretch, and another good catch there by Leck. Matt Slee doesn't realise that Phil Shields is in that same space as him. He goes around the corner. Tonkin gets himself a block. NAU get the disc back after Leck just trying to force something into the end zone there. So Olaf bringing it back up for the North Adelaide Ultimate Club. Long time club. We've apparently been going to die for years, but here they are in the Div 2 final. Oh, Olaf with the disc. Matt Slee's come right around on the mark. Phil Shields gets a backward pass and then gets it out to Jen. Jen with the disc on the sideline. Phil Shields not in the best dump position, but gets it anyway. Olaf with a nice move up the line. Sends Matt there on the wrong way. Foley throws a floater. Slee comes hard and enough pressure there. Gets himself a block. Nice move there by Matt Slee, making up the ground in the end. With a backhand force, probably a good idea. Jimmy Legg's forehand is really, really good. He's looking for the around. Throws a hammer. Paul Mills gets himself a layout. Completely gratuitous and a bad-looking layout at that, but it counts as a score, 7-2. Who is this? Infinity and Beyond. 2, NAU 7. Paul Mills taking a pull right now. Matt Slee comes off looking a little bit worse for wear. Limping off the sideline here. Try and get an injury report on him. Mills goes with the backhand. Very short pull. Very low. Doesn't even reach the brick mark. On this near sideline, Olaf picking it up for NAU. Looks downfield with a arc and he goes deep looking for Drew. Paul Mills with great positioning pulls that one down over the slightly taller Canadian. Oh, Leck gets tripped by Foley, but the throw was going to Doug Green anyway. Green with the disc, he's looking downfield, he should probably look at... No, he's thrown it in the ground. Just a rookie's throws there. He hasn't got the muscle mechanics right, it isn't flowing for him, he can't throw that forehand without thinking, and that one goes in the turf. Phil Shields with several movements, gets it to Drew. Drew with quick movement back to Phil. Phil in the end zone. And it looks like that's halftime. 8-2, NAU in a very commanding position heading into the second half of the South Australian Div 2 final. So, halftime is over. In the Flinders huddle there, just talking to the Flinders captain, Jimmy Leck. Said that he felt that they're doing okay. They just need to clean up their offense a little bit, and if they score 2 more points, or 2 more breaks, they're right back in this. Nice move there from John Foley. NAU, on the other hand, were just kind of more of the same. They just wanted to run, keep playing, and keep taking their shots down the field. So Foley finds Diana. Diana goes around the corner. Tonkin in the corner. What a nice grab that was, and a good shot there by Diana. Saw Paul Mills just too far away from that one. Marty does his job and pulls in the score. NAU score the first point after half, 9-2. Drew about to pull for NAU. Well in control in this game, and I think it's all over but the grind for Flinders. During that last point before half-time, we saw him Slee limping off the field. Injury report from him, he's doubtful to continue. He's got a severe bruise of the heel, and it's no longer weight bearing, so he could be out, and that's a big loss defensively for the Flinders team. Drew's still with his hand up here. Flinders taking a very long time to sort out their line. Looks like Jimmy's taking his time to sort out some things and make sure things are clear with his teammates. There it is, they're finally ready. Drew puts it up.
8-5-6.
Another good pull. This one looks like it will Stay in bounds, perfect. Doug picks it up, looks off the dump immediately, throws a kind of a low one and misses Gemma. And NAU get another soft turn, roughly on the brick mark. Diana picks it up, throws a bit of that weird, not a fake, but trying to be a fake. Hendrickson up the line, gets that nice throw, good control there shown by Diana. Shot to the corner, no dice. Phil just runs under the disc a little bit there and balloons over him and out the back. The cross-dressing Sam Ogden. What a wonderful specimen. Sam Ogden with the rad hat. It's actually got rad written on it in permanent text. Jimmy picks that one up. Looked like the back edge might have been down there, but no call from NAU. Jimmy fakes the forehand, then throws a terrible hammer, and Sam Armand can't get there. That thing was just blading into the ground, never went much above head height. Diana picks it up, goes for the around backhand to Olaf. Tonkin to the corner, scores the point, just beating Tom Young to the cone there, 10-2. I think I've run out of platitudes for this NAU team, they're just rolling. So, Marty Tonkin about to have a pull. I think this is a clear sign that NAU feel this game is under control. Marty, new player, he's actually signed up for Super League. Hopefully he gets picked. I reckon he should. Yeah, here it comes. Hopefully he goes backhand, he does. And that's a smart pull. Trying to use the wind that has died down significantly. Oh, that one just, it throws a leg break on and beats Sam all ends up. Doug picks it up, he's stuck in his own end zone. Gets it to Tom, who throws a confident one-hand grab there. Gemma. And gives Drew time to get back on the mark. Doug with a nice looking flick with his far sideline. Opens the field up for Flinders. Tom doesn't see Gemma in front of him. Oh, and Jimmy does find Gemma with a very, very wobbly one. Gemma, nice flat flick there to Doug. Doug needs to move it now. Oh, and he's thrown it, and John Foley is completely whiffed on that and missed everything. And then the throw to K-Fez has just gone over her head. That's a turn. NAU get the disc on their own end zone. 64 to goal. Bill brings it in. Drew goes and he gets it stuck to him, and oh, what alternative events there. Jimmy gets a piece of it and just tips it far enough to go over Drew. So Flinders get the disc back. So Doug bringing it in. Flinders with it all to do right now. They're about 10 metres away from their own end zone, and they've been struggling against this NAU zone. Just their incompletions and their throwaways have just killed their offense. They've got breaks on this zone, but then they've struggled to convert them, struggled to push it down the field. That's a better looking hammer from Jimmy. That wind holds that one up a bit more. Doug gets it over to Jimmy. Gemma with some interesting popping movements there. Almost got free, but then the clock closed down on her. Out to Sam, reaches those long arms up and catches it. Throws a bit of a fake to Gemma. Sam just sitting on the disc right now. He needs to move it if his offense is going to have a chance. That's not very good, but Doug gets it off with a very strong and firm forehand. Catches the wind, goes out. NAU now get the turn. About 2 metres out. Foley of the Ash variety. Wifey looking for Phil. Finds him. Phil Shields. Crafty veteran cut right there. Minimum of effort, maximum separation. Scoring the point. NAU are up 11-2. And Paul Mills is limping. What a chump. Marty about to pull. Drew's back on the sideline again, and so is Diana.
Let's go, Finity!
So, Tonkin about to pull. Jimmy's just sorting his line out. Here it comes. And John Foley, what a chump. Get on side, you fat head. That one bounces in and rolls. While we're here, just a shout out to Tim Davis and the boys who set up the fields. It's nice to have lines, see what's going on, so thanks guys, it's really appreciated. I'm sure the viewers appreciate it too, because you can see what's in, what's out, and what's not. Oh, Marty. Good spirit there by Marty, of electing not to foul Gemma. Sam with the red hat. Fakes a scuba, gets the inside break. Paul Mills gets it to Jimmy. He's got 2 receivers on the inside. Finds Gemma. Jimmy catches a score. They've been few and far in between. That makes their third, 11-3. Paul Mills, about to pull. So far, Mills, Leck, Kafos, none of them have been able to be effective for Flinders and just struggled to get it on the board. Mills goes with the backhand. It's a pretty good one. So it'll just go past the brick mark slightly. Diana lets that one drop. Olaf gets it to Jen. Jen's worked well through the middle there. Oh, and that one trying to force it through the Karina Herholt mark. And she's not going to call a foul. She elects to chase the defender now, receiver now. Jimmy picks it up. He's only 30 or 40 out. I'd say close to 30. Jimmy goes with that quick forehand to Gemma. Gemma gets it to Mills. Mills looks off the Sam Armand cut. Leck coming in. Oh, under heavy pressure from John Foley. And there is a great passage of play. Great effort there from John Foley, and great hands there by Jimmy. Awareness gets up quick and throws that score. Paul Mills about to be pulling for Flinders, joined by Sean Lace, captain of Buzzsaw. Sean, what do you think our chances are of winning the Div 1 final?
I reckon it'd be a bit better if the weather was a little bit worse. A bit of wind would really help our zone.
So, am I to take that to mean that we're going to play a lot of man, dude, or what? Wonderful, because I'm normally the elected point, so that's great news, Sean. Thanks for coming over. Paul Mills takes a shot. It's holding up. Jimmy pulls out. Not that time. He hasn't come up with that. He may be getting old. He better turn that on for Super League though. Not laying out is inexcusable when you're playing Super League. Olaf gets it to Phil Shields. The Wombat. Oh, and Karina Herholt almost pulls out a Callahan, and that's a great shot there to John Foley and Jimmy. It looks like the heat is really taking effect right now. John has still got the disc, and Jimmy's just playing in space. He's thrown a wobbly one, and Olaf sticks out a paw and knocks it to the ground. So Paul Mills picks it up, and Gemma goes deep. Paul elects not to throw it, throws a short one to Tom Young. Tom Young with the disc. He's still got it. He throws a no-look dump. Comes off because Drew is playing way too far away. Phil poaches off. He's holding it. He's going to pull the trigger. He finds Tom. Tom Young bails him out again. Oh, and he stuck it to Karina. It's holding up in space. Karina catches a nice goal. That's a good point there by Flinders. Never good being heckled by your cameraman. That shit sucks. Paul Mills. With a good pull. The wind has died down now that the sun has started to go down. That one barely reaches the brick mark. Or just past it, sorry. Olaf finds Wombat. The Wombat engages Ollie. Gets to Ash Foley. Wifey with the disc. Wifey gets it to the twin. And Danny puts his shot up to Phil. What a great look. And Phil has caught that outside the end zone by the looks of it. Nah, but he's claimed it. Typical veteran play right there. Just claiming a goal that really wasn't. I think we need a replay on that one. We'll see what we can come up with. Drew about to pull for NAU. 65-ish gone on the game clock. It's, of course, unofficial time. So who knows when this game might end. But one would think it'd be soon. seeing that NAU have a 7-point lead. Offside by both Phil and John Foley. What chumps. And that pull is shocking. That one's in the crowd over there. Yeah, catch, guys. Doug bringing it in for Flinders. Gets it to Leg. Leg pumps the forehand and then can't get it to K-Fez. Under pressure there from Marty Tonkin, who's had a great game right now. I'd have to say he's possibly the MVP. Foley gets up, catches that one. John throws it to Wifey, and Wifey misses it. There's going to be words about that in the bedroom tonight, I think. Mills pumps the big hammer and then gives the outside in. Drew's in the area, and Karina can't catch it. Results in an NAU turn. Drew picks it up straight away. Throws it inside out to, well, it was supposed to go to Sarah Fourier, but it's gone to the ground. Really forcing that option there. Didn't have to do it. And so Doug is going to pick it up. He's had a lot of handling responsibilities. He's done okay. It's been a mixed bag for him. Gemma tries to get to the open side, eventually does in the end of a circle cut. Jimmy to Paul Mills in the corner. Mills is miles free. And there it looks like there is a pick call, and Paul Mills is dirty, as Paul Mills gets. And I'm really unsure about that pick call as well. We'll have to have a look at that. I actually missed it, in all honesty. Paul Mills says no chance.
3, 2, 1.
Gets tapped back in. Jamie immediately sticks a hammer out to Sam Armin, and a hand block right on the goal line by Drew. Saves his team from probably a certain goal right there. And Tonkin goes. Drew sticks it to him. That's a great looking shot there. Marty's misread it. He brings it in though. Stretches out those long arms and brings it in. Foley in a lot of space and a big travel. That is a massive travel there by Marty. That's the basketballer coming out and on him there. Oh my lord, that was cool. Oh, Marty with the disc. So Marty, keep the left foot still. Keep it planted. There you go. Oh, no, he travelled on that one too. Danny out to Foley. Foley to Tonkin. The MVP, I'm calling it right now. He's been NAU's weapon out there. Him and John Foley have combined well. 13-5. It's all over but the crime. Pull there. It's a good looking pull. Almost reached the end zone. Sam Armin. Paul Mills. Goes a quick one to Leck. Takes a couple steps. This wall is very loose again. NAU playing the typical poor South Australian pommy. Fez to Mills. Paul Mills needs to keep it moving. He throws a floater. Nice shot there by Paul Mills. Leg with the disc. He needs to keep it moving. Olaf just playing in space there. The old crafty veteran. He knew enough about it to just get the tee. Foley. The Wifemeister will pick it up. Gets it to Drew. Drew sticks a forehand to Tonkin, who's working against two Flinders players. Lots of contact, and he had a second go at it. Goes out of bounds, turnover. So Jimmy brings it in. Hammer immediately to Tom Young, just gets too big on him, goes over the top. Marty picks it up. Oh, no, he doesn't pick it up. Elects to leave it for Drew. Drew's had less of an effect in this game than I thought he would have. It's been Marty Tonkin and Paul Mills. Doing well there. He just saw that one and picked it off. Leck takes a few steps and then throws a horrible pass that, oh look, it's Marty Tonkin getting another block. Wifey, quick throw to the husband. Old ball and chain connection right there, and they're working together. Oh, Paul Mills whiffs on it. In the middle to Drew, that's 14-5. Gain to 15. 7.5 to play by our clock. So, Drew about to be pulling for NAU. Matt Slee's injury has been upgraded to out for the game. heavy loss for Flinders. Certainly the last thing they need after NAU got out of the blocks so quick. That's a real big pull. That's the biggest that we've seen tonight. Heading in that direction, that's possibly because the wind is completely dead right now. Mills with the disc. It's taken Mills a little while to get into this game, and it's been too long, really. He needed to be in the action from the get-go, making plays for Flinders, and it just hasn't happened. Leck throws a wild one. It floats up in the air. Poor Mills can't get it. He boots it instead. Which pretty much sums it up. That's the story of the game. It just hasn't fallen Flinders' way. And Phil Shields, the Wombat, brings it in. Olaf in a bit of a useless dump position, but then gets up the line on Tom. Drew to Foley. Back to Drew. Goes around to Olaf. Olaf on the doorstep. There's the win. NAU take the Division 2 final for the South Australian State League. It was a comprehensive showing by the white team. They came from the get-go. They got a couple of breaks early, and from there on, it was just one-way traffic. Thank you for joining me. We'll have the Div 1 final coming up next. Should be fun. I need to go warm up, do some drills and shit. I'm going to go do that.